welcome back to my channel. If this is your first time here, these are my weekly podcasts where we talk about all things weight loss. On this specific podcast, I have Dominique. She's 116 pounds down and she's only 4 months post-op. She is literally killing the game. And we talked about so many different things, man. It's almost 2 hours long. Keep doing double. 2 hours long. But we just kept talking and talking and talking. We were focused on mental health of our body image as we're losing weight and the struggles with that. We talked about dumping syndrome. There's so much more. So if you are interested, then please keep on watching.
Awesome. Okay, so we're just gonna jump into it. Just get started.
That's fine. Yeah.
Okay, so tell us a little bit about yourself, whatever you want to share with us.
So my name is Dominique. I'm 26 and I had VSG about 4 months ago, March 3rd. Right before quarantine.
Right before everything went crazy. Okay.
I think
That's
so.
awesome.
It in California, it got shut down the 10th or the 11th, and mine was right before. So I barely made it.
Wow. Yeah, my brother's birthday is on St. Patrick's Day, so March 7th.
Okay.
And I remember that day specifically where we were like, wait, should we go to the store and buy a bunch of things? I remember that. So yeah, you got it right before. That's awesome.
I barely made it.
I know so many girls that, my last podcast, hers was supposed to be in March and now it's next week.
Oh, so she had to extend
it. She's praying that it doesn't get pushed back again because, they're starting to close some. She's in San Diego.
Okay. Yeah. Hopefully it doesn't, because I can't imagine having to keep postponing it and having to keep going through the pre-op diet again. It was just, no, poor thing.
So 4 months ago, so March. So how are you feeling being 4 months post-op?
I'm good, actually. I'm down 116 pounds.
Oh my goodness. How excited are you?
I'm excited. So I lost 54 pounds before surgery.
Awesome.
And then after surgery, I believe it's 60. Yeah. It's in the math correct.
So wait, how much are you down?
So 116.
That is amazing.
Yeah.
That's crazy. I remember, I feel so I got mine in August, September, October. By December, that's when I hit my 100 pounds. And then after that is when it slowed down for me. I mean, I did lose another 40 pounds, but now that I'm almost a year, my year's coming up in August, it's I haven't lost, this month, I haven't lost anything. Last month, I lost 0. And the month before that, I lost 2. But I feel the first, and that's what I tell everyone, take advantage of the beginning, because you're just losing weight.
Well, not only that, I remember hearing you mention that you were only in the lower 300s when you started, correct?
That was 304.
Yeah. Well, see, my starting weight, day of surgery was 366.
Okay.
And then my heaviest weight was 420.
Okay.
So I know that my body is just going to shed it. So that's why I'm lost so much so quickly, because I had a higher body mass.
And that's what I tell people, because I have people message me that start at 250. They get surgery at 250 and then they lose weight and then it stops. And I'm you need to realize that I was 304. There's people that are heavier. Of course, they're going to drop a lot more.
Yeah.
I think the first month I dropped 30 something pounds. And I was oh my gosh, what? And then obviously it starts slowing down, But when I've met people that were 220 when they got it, which is crazy.
Really?
But because, the doctors are very strict. So some doctors are no, your BMI is not. I think what does it have to be? Do you remember? I forget what the BMI has to be able to qualify.
I don't know, but for my doctor and my little bariatric center that I went to, your minimum weight had to be 250. That was the minimum they took you at. Which, it's smart, Yeah, they did it by pounds, because you think this is such a drastic surgery that why would you want to do it? And no offense to anybody who's done it, but why would you want to do all this work only to lose 50 pounds? It doesn't make sense. You know?
I feel that's the mindset of doctors, because it is this was my final I've tried everything.
Mm-hmm.
I get people asking me like, how did you know? And I was like, I tried everything. And I just, every single year, I just kept getting bigger and bigger and bigger. And I was like, and then I saw the 3. I never thought that I would see the 3 in front of my weight. You know, I was in the 2s, and I remember hitting the 2s, and I was like, oh my gosh. And that was like maybe a little bit after high school. And then I stopped weighing myself for years. And then like, wait, what? You know, like, I don't know. It's crazy.
It's crazy when you keep trying everything and then the numbers just keep going up and up and up, and it's a realization like, oh, like, whoa, you know, I have to do something about this.
Seriously. And I mentioned it in a video a while back, like for some reason the holidays was when it would hit me, because my family, like, we always dress up and all these things, and it was like I wanted to wear cute things, and I went to the same, like buying a black dress or like leggings with, like, a black shirt, you know, it was like the same outfit year after year. And I was like, dude, it's Christmas again. And then, you know, New Year's, and you're like, this is the year. And then December came, and I was like 30 pounds heavier, 40, but whatever.
Because of the holidays,
well, I'm so happy. What's been the hardest since the beginning?
Like since I had surgery, like the whole process?
Yeah, since surgery, like surgery for you.
I would say the drinking aspect, the drinking with no drinking with food, and then just the drinking in general. So before, I used to be like a chugger. I would drink before surgery a gallon of water a day. And I would just chug it. And since surgery, I can't. Like, I physically can't anymore. You know, and before I would eat with water or soda or juice, and now it's so hard. That's one of the hardest things for me. Just because I feel like my mouth is so dry. You know, and it's just like I need like something to like slide it down.
To it now, like, are you used to it now, or is it still kind of like like frustrating for you?
Some days I want to drink when I eat, so like I'll take like the tiniest sip just to like moisten it. But that's, for me, is one of the hardest things, is just relearning new things, you know. And even me, 4 months post-op, I still learn things every day, you know. This is a constant change, and that's what people don't understand.
Like, I feel like every month has been very different for me. Like, every month. Like, I remember when I was 4 months in December, and like I said in the previous video, I was like, in December, I felt so good. Seeing 100 pounds lost, you're like, it's not gonna get better than this. I'm like, what, you know? And it does. It gets better. It's crazy. I told my husband the other day, I was like, I felt more of a difference losing my last 40 pounds than the first 100 for some reason. Like, yeah, it was amazing seeing the 100 loss, but then when I saw the last 40 pounds, I noticed it more when I bought clothes, or like I watched my videos from when I started, because I started my video in January. So I was already like 4 months, I was already 100 pounds down. And I see myself, I look different. Like, I look different. It's so weird, you know, to see myself now. But yeah, that's crazy.
No, it's crazy. I remember maybe late January, early February, I found your videos on YouTube, because I was just going through the process, trying to prepare myself, you know, trying to understand and control my emotions. And so I found your videos on YouTube, and that's when I started watching you. And then I followed you on Instagram, and it made me so relieved to know that other people have felt this way, the same that I did, you know. And that's how I followed a bunch of other people. It's like we're our own little community in a sense, you know, because everybody is so friendly and nice, and just makes you feel comfortable.
It really does. Yeah. Like, I was talking to Melanie on the last podcast. She gets her surgery next week. And I told her, and she already started her YouTube. So I told her, that's awesome. Like, I wanted to start it since the beginning, but I was like, no, like, I didn't know if I was going to be open about it. I didn't know if I was going to just like tell my family and kind of just be like, you know, a little low key. But then I was like, you know what? No, because again, I was searching people on YouTube, and I did find a lot of people, but then I didn't find what I wanted all the time. Like, I would have to go searching for people, and then like people weren't very consistent. And then I was like, you know what, I'm gonna do it. But I told my husband, when I start YouTube, I need to post every week. So like, because it's like, I'm that type of person. Like, if I'm gonna start something, I'm gonna go all in. I'm not gonna just
of course
a little bit, you know, because then it's I don't know. And it's a lot of work. It's a lot of work to do YouTube.
No, I can't even imagine just shooting and then editing and then posting and then finding new content to post. It's a full-time job in a sense, you know?
Yeah. And I've been thinking about this whole podcast thing because I was like, dude, I'm never going to find, it's never going to be where I don't have something to talk about. Because I've had people, and it's so awesome. Like, I have so many people right now messaging me, like, to be on it. So, like, up until
that's wonderful.
Up until the end of August, I have someone every week. So
that's crazy.
Like, I'm like, that's so cool. And it's like, I want to have like, Melanie, she's pre-op. You know what I mean? And then like everyone 4 months. And then next week I have someone that's 5 years post-op. So it's like, wow. And she's pregnant. So it's like crazy. She got it at like, I think she said she was 17 when she got it. Her parents had to sign off on it. Yeah. So it's like, I can't wait to talk to her. She used to work with me and I didn't even know she had it until she brought it up. And I was like, wait, what? She's like, I got it 5 years ago. And I was like,
that's crazy.
Yeah. I was like, that's crazy. But everyone has
a story. That's good for her because I'd rather have done this sooner. You know, I'm 26. I'd rather have done this when I'm 20, 21. You know, like, like we're still young, you know, but still, like, I would just imagine how things would have been in our mid 20s, early 20s if we had this done, you know.
About that. Yeah, because my birthday's next week. I'm gonna be 29, which is crazy. Like, I'm close to 30. And yeah, I think about that all the time. I'm like, man, if I would have done this, 21, 22, like, what would life have been? And, you know, a lot of people are always like, when's the right time? And I'm like, right now, do it now, you know?
When whenever they're ready, because this is such a drastic change. And it's like, you have to be prepared 100%. Like, you can't just go in it half-ass. Like, no, you have to be committed 100 because you're going to cheat. You're going to fail. You're going to have to get a revision. And why go through all that twice? You know, like, you need to be 100% in it to do this.
Yeah, my doctor would tell me like, he would tell me like, this is a once in a lifetime thing. And it's the first 12 months, it's like time to go. You know, it's like no playing around, no nothing, because and he's like, this is the most like dramatic thing you can do to lose weight. So when people don't give 100% in the first 12 months, it's kind of like, you know,
like, what are you doing? What are you, why did you do this to yourself? You know?
And it's a lot. It's really, really hard. I feel like people, you know, like, people see me and the weight that I've lost and they're like, oh, it's because you got the surgery. And I'm like, yeah, I know, like, I got the surgery, but it's all the work in between. It's not just the surgery and it just falls off, you know?
Like, people see the outcome. They don't see the day-to-day. They don't see us meal prepping. They don't see us getting up and working out. They don't see us struggling with the stuff we have to struggle with. And they just see the outcome
part of it. My God.
Like, the mental part has been, I think, the toughest because, you know, I've lost 116. I still see myself big. I still, like, it's so funny. Like, even though California was shut down, when we were reopened and had restaurants, I would be like, no, we can't sit in a booth. We have to sit in a chair. And they're like, what are you talking about? And I was like, no, I can't sit in a booth. Can we just please
sit at a table?
Yeah. And they're like, Dominique, you can sit. And I was like, oh yeah. Like, it takes a while for your brain to just process everything, you know?
It's crazy. Like, a similar story like that. My sister-in-law is the same size as I am now. And he asked me to wear like the bottom of my swimming bathing suit or whatever. And then I was like, what do you mean? They're a 2X. They're not going to fit you. And she's looking at me like, and I'm like, what? And she's like, you're not a 2X. She's like, the last ones you got are a medium. And I'm like, and I literally stared at her like so quiet, and she just started laughing. And I was like, what the heck? Like, I don't know.
Your brain doesn't believe it.
No, it doesn't click. It literally doesn't click. It's so weird. And I'm sure that's going to happen for a long time, you know?
Yeah, I'm sure it's going to happen just because, just think, we were big for so long and so many years. our brains can't process what's going on, you know, so it's going to take a while.
Fast. You lose the weight fast.
Yeah.
You know, like, I can't believe it's almost going to be a year that I got my surgery. It's so weird to me. I remember driving down. I got mine in San Diego, and I remember driving super early and getting there. And now it's a year. Like, what? Time goes by.
That's crazy.
I remember the first month, and you can talk a little bit about how your first month was. I remember the first month, I was like, this is never going to end. Like, I felt miserable. Right? How was your first month?
So for my doctor, he made us do 3 weeks full liquids. So just protein shakes, Crystal Light, water, Gatorade. That was just 3 weeks. The next 3 weeks was soft food. So eggs, cottage cheese, pudding, all sugar-free. And then after that, so now we're in 6 weeks, then I can eat regular food. Yes. But I was so emotional the first 3 weeks after surgery.
Me too.
I was meant, even though like it would take me an hour and a half to finish one shake, I was mentally hungry. I wasn't physical hungry. It was mental. And it was just it was the worst for me, just because, you know, I have a large family, and when they would go get fast food or go eat, I would have to go upstairs or I would go outside because the smells, like, it made me want to cry. Not just because like, oh, like they can eat and I can't. I was craving food. I was mourning food.
So who do you, like, if you don't mind me asking, who do you live with?
No, so I live with my parents and then my 3 younger sisters.
Okay, and they all is your family, does everyone kind of struggle with weight, or?
My parents do. My sisters don't.
Okay.
But we're a very athletic family.
Okay.
So we played softball ever since we were like 4 years old.
Oh, wow.
We did volleyball. We did basketball. So we're very athletic. But I think if we weren't, I think my sisters would be big as well. Just we have the genes.
Are they younger than you?
Yeah. So it's me, 26, and then my second oldest sister, our youngest sister, is 21, and then it goes 20. And then it goes 16.
Okay.
So it's just, we just got bad genes, you know, bad.
And then you have a lot of, like, you have a good amount of people in your house. So I'm sure everyone has their own life, does their own thing.
Yeah.
So how were they that month after? Were they supportive? Like,
they were very supportive.
Awesome.
They tried not to eat in front of me. You know, they tried to
How did that
hide.
make you feel, though? Did you want them to do that, or were you kind of like, stop doing that? Because I was kind of like, well, when I was in the hospital, my husband, like, he lost like 90 pounds since my surgery, which is crazy.
Wow, good for him. Good for him.
He just, honestly, and I always say, and it sounds so stupid, but honestly, I think we were fat because of me. Because I was the one that was like, we're going to start a diet. And then that night I was like, I had a stressful day. I want pizza. And like, he would never say no to me because I would be in a bad mood. I'd be like, okay, well, I'm going to go by myself. And it's ridiculous, embarrassing to talk about it, because I think of myself of how I was. And now we talk about it. And he's like, you don't even know how you would get. And I was like, I do. I remember, you know, and it's so embarrassing. And now it's like, he lost a lot of weight. But anyways, surgery, I remember like he stayed there with me and stuff. And my dad would like bring food for him, and he'd bring him like Carl's Jr. and, you know, whatever. Yeah. And he'd be like, I'm like, did you eat? And he was like, yeah. And I'm like, what? He's like, why? Like, why are you asking me?
Yeah.
Like, I ate a burger. Like, because it would be like outside eating it or whatever. But the first month, 2 months, I noticed people kind of would not eat in front of me and stuff until I said, you know what, you guys, stop. Like, it makes me feel uncomfortable. Eat how you're going to eat, and that's it. I have to live my life and I have to make my decisions. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't want people to have to change just because of how I eat or have to eat, you know?
Yeah.
I don't know. That was just me.
No, so with me, I think the first 2 weeks, really, whenever they would eat, I would go upstairs. So we live in like a townhouse. So we have 2 levels, and I would go upstairs because the smells would just, it's crazy what food does to you. It's crazy.
No, absolutely.
And so I would have to go upstairs, or I would go outside and just sit outside, because the smells, you know. And then once I could eat string cheese, once I could eat pudding, I was fine.
Yeah.
I was fine. And when I had my first string cheese and tuna, I cried.
I'm laughing because I remember me eating my first cheese. I was like, oh my gosh. It was so cool.
I was like, this is what food tastes like, you know, like it was crazy, just the emotions you go through, you know, it's crazy.
It's really,
and
really crazy.
Now, even now, because I still eat different from them, you know, I'm okay with them eating. Like if I'm not hungry, I'm okay with them eating in front of me. I don't mind the smells. It doesn't bother me anymore.
Yeah. Were you nauseous and stuff in the beginning? Like, did that food gross you out?
So I loved broth before surgery.
Okay.
I loved broth. And the night before surgery, my cousin made me like a bunch of like veggie broths and like meat broths, you know.
To get ready. Yeah.
To get ready. And after surgery, I couldn't stand the smell.
I couldn't
look at it. I would start gagging.
Yeah, I couldn't do broth.
I couldn't.
So grossed out. Yeah.
Even today, I can't look at soup. Just the smell, yeah. And I love broth. I love chicken noodle soup. I loved clam chowder. And just now, the smell, I can't do it.
Dang, isn't that crazy? So did someone asked me the other day, did your taste buds change? Like, is there something that you like? Well, you don't like that, but is there something that you didn't like before that you might like now?
I was never, like, I'm Hispanic, so we eat salsa really with everything.
Yes.
But I kind of didn't.
Okay.
So I was like salsa with chips. That's really how I would do salsa.
Yeah.
Now I put that on everything. Eggs, chicken. I can't get enough of salsa. I buy like the big paste from like Walmart or Costco. I put that on everything. Just I need it every day.
Yeah.
And it's so funny. Like I don't know why that. And I was never a big fan of cheese before, and I love cheese.
Maybe because that was the first thing we were allowed to eat.
I didn't know what it was.
Yeah, that's so.
I have to have a string cheese every day.
Okay, yeah, I have string cheese a lot too, and then I've been buying like at Target. They have it like in a little square, and it's like a little package, and it's like a little square already. So, and those are good too. But yeah, cheese is my go-to also. Like when I'm starving, I just grab cheese.
Yeah, that's like one of my snacks. Even though like we're not so like my program, we're not supposed to eat snacks. It's supposed to be meals. Yeah, like it's.
Oh, yeah, explain how they want you to eat, because everyone's different. It's weird.
Yeah, so pre-op. My doctor never put me on a 2-week pre-op diet. It was the day before. It was clear liquids only.
I was only 1 day also. Yeah.
Yeah. So I was like, when I found out that, I was so excited because I was like, I'm not going to do this for 2 weeks, you know?
People have to do
I don't know how people do it.
3 weeks. And I'm like, I only did 1 day of liquids, clear liquids. Were you clear too?
Clear liquids. Okay. I can do apple juice. That was like the only juice I was allowed to have.
Okay.
But clear liquids, broth, Jello, applesauce I could have done.
Yeah.
But I was so lucky and so happy that it was just 1 day, because I would not have survived. I know. 2-3 weeks.
I thought about that too, and I'm like, man, they only made me do a day. Yeah.
Yeah. And then post-op, they want me to do 84 grams of protein a day, which, okay. And then they want, at this stage.
60. So see, everyone's different.
Everyone's different. So they did it based on my height and gender for me, for our program. So 84 a day. And then they want me to range between 500 to 700 calories a day.
Okay.
At the months I am at right now.
Okay.
So I'm like, okay, like it's not too bad. Sometimes I eat a little less. Sometimes I hit the 600. You know, it just depends on.
Right now at 4 months, that's what they want you at?
500 to 600.
Do you see yourself passing that, or is it hard to even get to that right now?
It depends on the days that I work out. I'm hungrier than normal.
Okay.
And I think it's just because you're burning a lot and you're exercising and stuff.
Yeah.
But then other days I barely hit it. Like I still can't even eat. I barely can eat one full egg.
You know what?
at 4 months.
I'm trying to think back 4 months. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
4 months I was barely eating.
Yeah.
I'm really like now I can eat.
Well, because it's different.
Yeah, sometimes I'm like, wait, I can eat normal. And I get kind of scared. I've never had dumping syndrome. Have you experienced dumping syndrome?
So I haven't experienced it with sugar. I've experienced it with fat. And I heard that my doctor said it can be both sugar and fat or a combo of both. But so with me, it's been pesto, and pesto's high in fat.
Oh, wow.
So whenever I eat pesto, I go to the bathroom, like within 10 minutes. And then
have you had to like vomit? Like, has that?
The other end.
Yeah.
The other end. Yeah. I get really bad stomach cramps with it. What else? So I don't know. It could be high fat, but steak, every time I eat steak, it just goes through me.
Yeah, I honestly, I didn't have my first steak till a couple weeks ago because
really,
my doctor told me like stay away from steak, and I wasn't big on steak anyways. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He said when you have steak, you have to chew and chew and chew.
Yeah.
You know, I'm huge on chicken. I like ground turkey. Like I like all those things. So steak to me was like whatever. And we went over to one of my husband's friends and he made steak. So I was like, okay, like it's gonna be my first time to try it, and I was fine, but I just made sure to keep chewing until it was very, you know, and I was fine. But yeah, it's weird to think, 4 months I was not eating a lot because I'm thinking, man, 500 calories, like that's a little bit, you know. And now, like, okay, do you eat protein bars? Like, do you ever eat protein bars?
If I'm working, because I used to work at a Yogurtland. I just resigned like 2 weeks ago.
Okay.
So when I was working, I would eat a protein bar just because I didn't want to eat and then be super full or like full because I was on my feet 8 hours a day. Yeah. So I would eat a protein bar just to keep going, you know, but it takes me like 30 minutes to eat it. I can't eat it in like 10 minutes.
Because that's what I've been doing protein bars since pretty early on, maybe 3 months. But I remember 3 months, 4 months, I could only eat like half. Like in one sitting I would eat half, and now I can eat that thing in like minutes. It literally I can like, but then it depends on which one, because have you had the Think bars?
No, I've only tried Quest.
Okay, so my favorite bars are the Think bars because they're like thicker, and then the Power Crunch. Oh, the Power Crunch, they are so good. They're like a wafer, like a wafer cookie.
Oh, yeah.
No.
Okay.
When you try them, like you're not gonna want anything else. I literally have the Power Crunch and the Think bar. Those are my two. The Power Crunch, when I eat it, it doesn't feel so heavy. Like it doesn't sit here. When I eat the Think bar, I've had Quest and I'm not a big fan of it because I don't know. It just tastes super like proteiny to me.
Yeah.
And then it kind of just sits here.
It sits there.
Yeah, because it's heavier. But with the Power Crunch, it's not as bad. But I don't know. I have to really pay attention. Maybe I stay fuller longer with the Think bar than I do the Power Crunch, because I can eat the Power Crunch like nothing.
Yeah.
I'm going to pay attention to that. But for sure, those are so good. They're so good.
No, yeah. Sometimes with Quest, like I've tried like 4 or 5 different flavors, and some of them, they're not that great. Just the mint one. It's called mint chocolate chunk. Same.
So the Think bars has a mint chocolate one. It's so good. And Power Crunch also. It tastes like a Thin Mint. It's so good. You need to try
Thin Mints are so good
everywhere. Like I've noticed now when I go into any grocery store, they have like the Power Crunch in the front. I don't know if it's like people are into it right now. Okay. Another thing, so we were talking about like the power bars and stuff. So can you tell me like how does I know you're saying you don't snack, or they don't want you to snack. How does your day look like right now at 4 months post-op with your food?
So I do in the morning 1 egg with like veggies like onions or garlic and salsa. That's my breakfast. And then, so I eat every 2 to 3 hours.
Okay, I do too. I've done that since the beginning. Okay, cool.
Yeah. So they don't want us to snack really. They want us to eat mini meals.
Okay.
And so I was like, okay. So that 1 egg usually in the morning for breakfast, and then like an afternoon snack would be a shake. So I love Premier Protein, and I know some people don't like it or can't stomach it, but I love it.
Do you drink coffee or no?
I do.
Okay.
So I got your coffee from you.
Oh my God. It's
dude, that's life.
It's an addiction.
It's life.
Like, it's every day. That's what my breakfast is every day. I'm not huge on breakfast. So when I eat eggs and like protein pancakes or something, it's usually like on a Sunday because that's the only morning that me and my husband are really together, like not rushed, you know? But other than that, I am coffee and Premier every single day.
I've noticed like the protein shake, okay, like it keeps me full. But when I mix it with coffee, I don't know, just it keeps me full longer. And I don't know if it's the coffee or what, but it keeps me full for a long time. You know,
I use that as a snack too sometimes because, you know, people think of it as a meal replacement. And I'm like, dude,
it's only 160 calories.
160 calories, where a bar, like a protein bar, can be like 250.
190. It can be like 190 to like 260.
So it's like, why can't it be a snack? And I enjoy that way more, and it takes me longer to drink versus a bar that I eat really fast.
Yeah, and you know what too? Like, it's funny because I'm a big sweets person.
Okay.
So before surgery, I would have to have a little dessert every night, whether that be the cake we have left over or chocolate. I get the chocolate Premier protein and I put it in ice, and that's my dessert. That's my last night mini meal because it's so good, you know.
Have you had the Yazo frozen yogurt?
No. Well, see, I'm lactose intolerant.
Okay.
So I can't have ice cream or sun sherbets or yogurts. I can't do.
Dang it, it's so good.
Yeah.
They have the bars, and then they have like the ice cream form. I've been getting into it, and I need to stop. They're only
Is it protein? It's protein?
No, it's not.
No.
It's just like they're just low in calories. They're like 100 calories, but they're like a good size. So like if I would have started eating these when I was around your 4 months, I probably wouldn't eat at all. No, it's not really focused on protein. Let me see. Yeah, but it's a good little thing. And then the other day I actually got it was like little packs. I forget the brand. I think it was the store brand. It was like chocolate covered bananas.
Would you go to Trader Joe's?
I don't know. It wasn't Trader Joe's. I think it was like, I haven't been there. And I need to go.
You gotta go to Trader Joe's, especially like for us, because
tell me like what's a must when you go there? Like what do you buy that I need to buy? Because I've been there.
So I've never tried cauliflower up until after surgery. I love cauliflower now. Like that's my go-to. So they have a cauliflower fried rice that you get in the frozen section. And for one serving, so I think a serving is 1 cup. It's only 50 calories.
Yeah. Isn't that crazy?
It's crazy. And it's a decent sized bag.
Yeah, I make I just buy like the cauliflower rice, and then I make it like I cut up my onions and all that. And I measure it, and I'm telling my husband, like, look, because he loves Panda Express, obsessed.
Yeah.
So he always wants to go there. And I'm like, okay. I was like, let me make some cauliflower rice. And I made it the other day, and I didn't tell him it was that. I told him it was rice. And he
loved it.
Like it. And I was like, yeah, that's cauliflower. He's like, no. I'm like, no, it is. And he was like, out. Yeah. Okay. So it's their brand, Trader Joe's brand.
Yeah. So, so it comes, so inside it's cauliflower rice, it's carrots, it's onions, it's green onions, and it's peas and corn. And so I just put that in the pan. I usually do like 1 egg, and that's like a full meal for me.
Yeah.
You know, and then I do that. And then for your husband, if he likes Panda, they have an orange chicken in the frozen section. It tastes just like Panda. That's what my sister said.
Oh my
It tastes just like Panda. And what I love about Trader Joe's is that like they're decent sized bags, but for us, we can make 3 to 4 meals out of it.
For sure.
And we save money, you know. What else? There's dark chocolate covered strawberries and bananas that I get just because I need something at the end of the day just to like reward myself.
Yes.
And that's just me, you know. But what else do I get? They do a lot of nuts. So have you tried everything but the bagel seasoning? Do you like everything bagels?
Yeah.
Before. Those like seeds and stuff, they put it on almonds and cashews.
Oh, yum. It's probably
so good. I do that. So I have like a little handful, you know, like as a snack or meal, you know,
Yeah,
with some cheese.
I'm gonna go because I've seen like on YouTube, I've seen hauls, like, you know, Trader Joe's hauls, and they get all this stuff. I just haven't, just because I know that it's always packed. Like I've been there once, I think, when I was a couple years ago, and it was so packed, and I was like, oh my gosh, you know. But I know that there's a lot there. That is really healthy.
There's so much stuff there, and it's
what about like
organic.
Chips? Is there like chips there? Like any?
So I haven't tried them just because I'm not a big chip person.
I am. It's bad.
Yeah. No, I'm not a chip. I'm more of a nuts person. Like I can eat a whole thing of almonds or cashews, but I know chips.
Pistachios are my things. Have you tried the pistachios that I said? The oh my gosh, it's the red bag, sweet chili.
No, I haven't. Is it good?
Oh my God, it's so good. It's so good.
Nuts in general are so good. So they have like their homemade like own version of Takis there.
Someone told me that they have like some hot Cheeto kind too. Okay.
They do have like their own hot Cheetos. They have like tortilla chips. They have like ranch style chips. Like it kind of looks like Doritos, the ranch style.
I'm probably gonna go after this because I was gonna go to Target too. But no, seriously, because I've been hearing like people keep telling me, and I just haven't done it. I haven't gone.
No, it's like it's so crazy because me and my cousin and my sisters, we go every like 2 to 3 weeks when like our stockpile runs out, and we go and we spend like an hour in there and we go through every aisle, you know, because with us we can
find something new every time.
Yeah, like they make, what did I get last time? Cauliflower pizza, just the crust, and then you can add your own stuff to it and like have.
And it's good.
It's so good.
Yeah, because I buy there's a CPK one. I've only found it at one store. The CPK brand cauliflower pizza. They have it at Vaughn's, I think, and it's so good. I always go to CPK is like my favorite because
I've never been. Never been to CPK.
Do you have one close to you?
I think we have one like 10 minutes away, but just I don't know, as like a family, we've just never been there.
Yeah, they have a cauliflower pizza that they make. They can make any of their pizzas cauliflower crust, and it's so good. It's so good. So at Vaughn's it's from that company, and it's a frozen. So it's already made or whatever. But they only have like for the frozen one, they just have like a pepperoni one, and then they have one with like a mushroom and
like veggies, huh?
It's it's not even veggie. It's weird. It's just mushroom and sausage. So what I always do is I cut up my veggies, and I love purple onion. That's like my jam.
Yes.
I always cut up purple onion and then like all the bell peppers, and I'll add it before I put it in the oven. So I like add more to it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's super yummy. Yeah.
But you gotta go to Trader Joe's.
Just like that. Okay. Yeah. I wrote the list.
You just have to go in and just go through every aisle and just look. They have so much stuff there. It's crazy.
Okay. Yeah, I'm going to. I always like to find new things, and I feel like that's what really helps you stay on track with weight loss, because I feel like before when I used to do diets, it was like I thought that I had to eat chicken and vegetables all the time.
Same.
You know, or like 2 protein shakes, and like I always used to do Herbalife, and I would lose weight. I would lose like 20 pounds a month, and then I would gain it back.
You would gain it back,
because
that's how it is.
I would lose weight, and then I would eat horrible again, you know?
Yeah. You would reward yourself, you know?
Yeah. It was too much. It was too much. But I'm so glad that's over, because it's overwhelming.
Yeah. So let me ask you a question, because I've heard mixed reviews from people. Do you eat fruit?
Yes.
And did you eat fruit right away, like as soon as you can eat regular foods, or did you eat that later?
No, I'm not huge on fruit, but honestly, recently I have been. It's funny because I live like Palm Springs. You know where Palm Springs is?
Yeah.
We love Palm Springs, and we always go. And the way that you drive from Temecula to Palm Springs, it's like through Hemet. I don't know if you're familiar with that. It's like a little back thing, and there's fruit stands. At every corner, like literally. So, and we've gone, like we went for Father's Day, and we always go over there, like even just for the day. And I stopped and I got like watermelon and coconut, like for some reason. And it was so good. So ever since then, I've been buying like watermelon and stuff. But I'm not huge on fruit. But I didn't have fruit, not even just because I didn't want it. I didn't really crave it. You know what I mean? I probably did it earlier. Probably not till maybe around year or 4 months. I feel like that's when I started kind of like 5 months, starting experimenting a little more, you know? But
But
yeah,
like, did your doctor say like, oh, stay away from fruit? No. It's so funny because with my program, like I'm in like support groups kind of on Facebook and stuff from like my center, and they're like, they keep emphasizing the no fruit.
why?
And finally I asked them, I was like, wait, I'm confused, like fruit's healthy? Like, no, it's the excess sugar, because your body has to
I know.
go through all that and then burn it, and then it stops it from burning the actual fat. And I was like, but it's fruit. You know,
This
like
is the thing. And it's crazy. Like, I lost weight every single week until I was about 10 months post-op.
yeah,
And people always ask me, like, they would ask me, like, tell me how to get out of a stall. And I felt like bad because I was like,
I never stalled.
never stall.
Yeah.
You know, like I sound
Yeah.
annoying, because if I was in a
Yeah.
stall and someone told me that, I'd be like, okay, you're lying, you know? But no,
Yeah.
really, I didn't stall. And I feel like I followed what my doctor said, always. I would ask him questions. But then I experimented on my own. Like, I was like, okay, let me try a little bit of fruit. Let me have some Yazo, frozen ice cream. There's people that say I eat no sugar. Okay. No
Yeah.
carbs. All right. I never
Cool.
did that. People always told me,
Yeah.
like, you don't count your carbs. And I was like, honestly, to be 100% with you, no, I don't. And it's like,
Yeah.
I change it up though. So for example, if I wanted to eat fruit, I personally wouldn't eat fruit for 5 days straight. Does that make
Of
sense?
course.
So
Of
I
course.
would do, if I was craving fruit, I'd eat fruit today. If I like the cauliflower pizza, I'm not going to eat it 5 days in a row, but I know that there's people that, like, if they meal prep, like, I'll meal prep, but they'll meal prep. So they feel like they have to eat that for 5 days straight. And I feel like that's when your body kind of, and this is just my opinion, I'm not a nutritionist,
Yeah.
but I feel like I lost weight because I was always changing it up so much. And I wasn't so focused on all of that. I don't know. Everyone's different though. So
yeah, it's crazy because like they tell us, stay away from fruit, mostly fill up 80% on protein, and then the other 20% you can do veggies.
See, but I followed that 100% too, though. My protein is that is what I eat first, and then I do eat the veggies and stuff. But add some fruit to your plate. Like, it's not.
No, like, like I eat fruits, not all the time, but like, again, with like the chocolate covered bananas or strawberries, I do some watermelon.
I try to be careful with the bananas, just because I've always heard that, not that they're bad for you, but I think they're like higher calorie or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
But watermelon, my doctor told me that's gonna help you stay hydrated, because I forget how much % of a watermelon is water. It's like a lot.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, I do.
Like, I eat fruit. I try not to eat it every day, but like I'll have it some days, like I don't want to exclude it just because I don't know. I was such a big fruit eater in the beginning before all this. So it's like, it feels weird to cut it out. It feels weird to like not have it. So I eat a little bit, like
cut it out, because then later you're gonna be like just scarfing it. I feel like that's with anything in life. You have to have moderation, and you have to have that control.
Yeah, like if I want a little bit of cake, I'm gonna eat cake. I don't dump with sugar, and maybe that's like the best thing or it's the worst thing.
I said that. I was like, because I had dumping syndrome. I'm like, is that a blessing or a curse? I don't know.
Yeah. No,
I've tried a lot of things, not a lot of things, but I've tried things that I was like, this is going to make me sick. But you know what? On Father's Day, it was so good. My stepmom bought my dad a cake, but it was a cake. It was layered, but it was crepes.
Ooh,
my dad loves crepes. Like, he loves crepes with like bananas and strawberries and whatever. And I was like, let me try it. And I was eating it, and I ate too much. And I thought I was going to throw up. I got, like when you're going to throw up and your mouth gets like
super watery. And
I was like, and it was like a lot of us at a table. So I kind of just got up, and I felt my sister and my husband's eyes, like, and I was like,
oh no.
I was like, shut up. Like, give me a second. Don't say anything, And I went to, but I didn't throw up. I just kind of had to like get some fresh air. But it was a lot of sweets. Like, I was pushing.
It was too much. It was too much.
It was too much. So I feel like, but yeah, other than that, nothing. Like, I've had a bite of cake. I've had a bite of regular ice cream, had hot Cheetos. Like, it's things that I wish that the first time I touched hot Cheetos after surgery that I like barfed everywhere, because then
you wouldn't eat it. You would stop eating it.
yes, and it didn't make me sick.
No, like I've talked to people and they're like, I can't eat this, I can't eat that, and I'm like, I can't, but like I don't want to say that, but like it's
I'm
crazy. Some people
you feel like annoying, huh? Where you're like, oh,
yeah,
yeah.
Like personally, I still can't do bread. I don't eat bread. I haven't had bread since February. I get sick. Like I feel like it's stuck right here.
Wow.
And I feel like I can't breathe. Like I feel like I'm like
I eat bread, but it's crazy because I've had Subway and I've had sandwiches like that.
mm-hmm.
I always get the kid size, but when I eat, and it's freaking tiny, the kid size is like after I eat it, I do kind of feel like it's right here. Like
I feel like it's right on my chest. I can't do tortillas.
Yeah, really?
I can't do it. It gets stuck
flour
right
and
here.
Corn, both
flour and corn.
Because
I can't do it.
The corn one makes me feel like that because it's thicker. It's like,
thicker. Yeah.
The flour ones, I'm good. I'm good on them.
Yeah. I even tried the 5 gram net carb ones, the Mission. I couldn't do those. It's for some reason, like I don't know if it's just my stomach is still like a baby. It just feels like right here. Like I can't breathe.
You though, like my tummy from 4 months to now is so different because at 4 months I still had a lot of restriction, like a lot. It's
so funny because like the other day, or yesterday, we got Mexican food as a family, and I get my burrito, but I take apart, like open it up and just eat the inside. That's what I do. And within 4 to 5 bites, I'm done.
Yeah.
But I eat popcorn, and my doctor said that was okay for me to eat popcorn because it has fiber and whatever. I can snack on popcorn.
A lot.
Like a lot. And I can snack a lot and I don't get full, but I eat still 4 or 5 bites and I'm full. I'm done.
Yes, me too. You're not the only one. Me too. I get oh my God, me and my sister-in-law, we tried the Flamin' Hot popcorn. It's a Smart Balance. Is that the brand?
No, I only get Skinny Pop. I never had the other one.
Okay, we'll never have it. Do you like hot Cheetos?
Kind of, not really. Okay. I like the Big Tot Cheetos better.
These are so addicting. It's like I'm going to Target and I'm gonna go get some right now. Like, no, they're so good. But like you said, it's kind of. I told my husband the other day I was eating it, and I'm dumb because what I've always done, since surgery, I always measure everything out. I put it in a bowl, or whatever.
Yes.
Well. Recently, because I don't know why, I am like, I think because I went back, let's have excuses, okay? I think it's because I went back to work full time and I was off for a while, so I'm like exhausted. So I got the bag and I was like sitting eating it, and he doesn't tell me anything. Like he's always been like that. And he looked at me and I was like, what? And he was like, you're eating out of the bag. Like it was like a huge bag, right? And you've been eating for like a while now, and I was like, because we were watching like a show or something, and I was like, oh crap, you're right. You know what I mean? Yeah,
it's the mindless eating. It's mindless. So
when you eat a meal, I'm exactly like you. If I eat a meal, I'm like, oh, I'm done, and I'm done.
Yeah.
So the snacking, that's the devil, because literally,
that's
like to me, that see how you can gain weight again.
Yeah, 100%. I'm so terrified of that. I'm not like, oh my gosh, like I can't eat pizza and cake for the rest of my life, but like I feel like, why would I want to do that to myself? And why would I never want to go back to where I was?
And it's possible. So
it's extremely possible.
I know that stresses me out too, and I feel like that's why I like really started my YouTube channel and all of this, and I want to continue, especially like these podcasts. If I do this every week, it's like I can't go back. Like I'm gonna be talking to different people all the time, and I feel like it's really holding me accountable because I have my days where I'm like, whatever, and a lot of whatever days is gonna equal to me being 300 pounds again, and I can't. And
it's so possible for us to slip back and for us to do this, and it's like I don't want to get bypassed,
especially if we don't get sick.
Exactly.
I've talked to people that get sick with everything, and I feel bad. Like I'm talking about everything. I had someone get sick. Who was it? I don't remember. She got sick off of like I think broth. Like, but I mean, like broth puts you out, but she had broth and she had like dumping syndrome. Like I'm talking about broth? Like, both ends at the
Oh,
same time. But I was like, but what was in the broth? You know what I mean? Like
she probably had something in it because that's just liquid. Like there's nothing to it.
That's what I'm saying. So when she told me, I was like, oh my gosh, you know, and then I was like, I felt bad because I was like, nothing makes me sick.
Yeah.
It's so weird. I don't know. It's everybody's different. And like, it's just, that's why like you can't, when people ask me like, do you eat this? And I'm like, yes, but ask your doctor, you know, because
yes,
it's true.
Yes. Yeah. It's just, it's tough because like us, we're so blessed that nothing has gotten us sick. And it's like, there's people who struggle with everything and anything, you know, and it's like this one girl in my group, she can't do chicken at all.
Oh my gosh.
I can't imagine not having chicken ever.
Yeah.
And I was like, so like how does it affect you?
Yeah, like no matter any way that it's cooked.
Anyway, she has an air fryer, so she tried air frying it, she tried baking it, she tried like on the comal, and she can't handle chicken. I was like, and she's like, I think I'm dumping it, but I was like, it's chicken. Like there's no high fat content, there's no sugar content. She's like, I can't do chicken, and I can't imagine not being able to eat chicken.
Me either, because I eat chicken, I think daily. Honestly.
Yeah, I eat it once a day.
Yeah, I'm like daily for sure.
Yeah, and it's just like, that sucks, you know, like I felt so bad, where I'm just like, and then she asked me, she's like, anything? And I was like, no, I had a slice of cake the other day. Like, I'm fine. You know?
I know. What do you think has been your biggest like struggle so far with like since surgery? Like I know you said the drinking earlier. Is there anything else?
You know, I think it's body image.
Yeah.
I would say body dysphoria too. Dysphoria, is that how you say it? Just because like I looked at myself every day for 26 years and I saw what I looked like, and then now I'm dropping weight so quickly and my mind can't comprehend what I'm seeing, and it's crazy. Like before, I would look into a place and I would say, okay, where can I sit?
Yeah.
Where will I feel comfortable sitting? I can't sit on the floor because it's going to be hard for me to get back up. I have to find a chair that's wide enough that can hold me. I would look at the doorways and be like, okay, like how do I maneuver? You know, because I was big, you know, I was 420 pounds at one point, you know, and it's like now I have no problem. Like the other day me and my sisters, we went to the beach and we just, you know, we did our exercise on the beach and we found like a little cave. And they're like, go through. I'm like, I can't fit. Like, what do you mean? I'll wait for you guys out here. And they're like, no, like you fit now. Like, go, you know?
I know.
And they push me and I fit, you know? And it's the little things
that's funny. I was going to ask
you
this. That's like a non-scale victory. Like, you know, things that I was so obsessed with the scale, honestly, up until about 2 months ago. I stopped weighing myself. When I started seeing no weight loss, I was like, I need to put this away. Like I'm doing so many things that I wouldn't do before.
Yeah.
It's so much sweeter. Like it makes all of this way, you know what I mean? Like it's awesome.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Like before I struggled just walking. And you think, okay, like, was she like hiking? No, I was just walking down the street and I was huffing and puffing. I was sweating and I would dread going up my stairs. Like, I think we have like 14, 15 steps up until the second level. And either I would just stay downstairs or I would stay upstairs and just that's
it. Yeah.
I would avoid it. I wouldn't like, I'd be like, oh, I would say, oh, one of my sisters, go get my charger. Can you go get my glasses from upstairs? Like I would avoid it. Because I knew internally that something was wrong. Because, you know, I'm 26. If I'm huffing and puffing off 14 stairs, there's no way I can have a child. There's no way I could conceive or, you know, be healthy enough to live long term.
Yeah.
You know, and
you know what?
I think
you accepted that young. So that's amazing. You know what I mean? Because I can't, honestly, it's crazy. Like I'm going to be 29. I'm basically 30. And I think me being in my 30s is going to be so much better than my 20s. You know what I mean? Like it's crazy.
Yeah, that's what my dad was saying the other day.
25? Oh, hell. You know, no, it's crazy.
Yeah. Like even I was talking to my dad the other day and he was saying that. He's like, your 30s are going to be so much better and you're going to be so much happier and you're gonna, he always calls me like, what does he say? Like a late bloomer. I've always been a late bloomer. And he's like, you're just gonna blossom so much in your 30s, you know, because everything's gonna change.
Yeah.
You know, for the better.
It changes everything. It changes your confidence to, you know, like for relationships, for having babies, for getting a better job, for everything. It literally changes.
Yeah.
And it opens up everything. Like, I feel like, I don't know, like you put a wall up, you know?
Like before, I wasn't happy. And I think that was expressed via my emotions and how I treated people. You know, they used to say, like, my family used to say I was bipolar, just because I would go through these mood swings and everything affected me. You know, like I was happy and then I was sad and then I was angry, but it was directed towards myself, you know. And since surgery, it's just, I feel like a completely different person. I feel so much happier and so much, it's amazing. And to anybody who's doubting getting this done and who has doubts and who has fears, get it done. And do it now, because you won't regret it. Like, yeah, you'll regret some things, like after surgery you're super emotional, but long term
stuff,
like it's I would gladly do this over.
Me too.
And suffer the first 3 weeks that I did, you know, because this is my second chance. This is our second chance to live, you know. And it's amazing. Just the little non-scale victories make this journey so fulfilling, you know.
Oh, I know. It like makes me emotional, because seriously, I don't know, like I've said it in my videos, I was always a very confident person. I was very outgoing and all of that. And, you know, I talked to my best friend about things she wouldn't notice, because she was like, dude, you never set that vibe. Like, you were always like, the same Paulina, like, you know, for whatever. If I had to go present something in front of the classroom, I'm going up there. I don't care. Like, I've always been loud. I've always been like this. But I would stress about things like how you said, how you go to the restaurant and scan the room and stuff, you know, sit there. It'd be the same thing. Like, if I was to go, I avoided theme parks forever, because I went to Disney World with my dad and my brother, and I sat on a roller coaster and I didn't fit. And then the guy was like, I'm sorry, like, you don't fit, you know. And it was me and my dad. And my dad looks at me and he's like, sit up straight. So like, I sat up straight, and that wasn't even at my heaviest. That was not at my heaviest. And I sat up straight, and then the guy, and my dad told the guy, like, push it again, you know. And he pushed it and it closed, but that was so tight. And I was like, this thing's gonna like fling open, you know what I mean? And since that day, I avoided going to theme parks. And I'm so mad about COVID, because I wanted to go to every theme park this summer. You know, I got to go to Knott's before. I think we went in February. But just things like that, like,
it's like, know? we weren't living. We were just existing. And it's like, imagine, okay, once COVID's over, imagine how much living we're gonna do.
Oh, I can't.
Like I'm so excited.
Isn't it like
crazy? Yeah, like same thing for me for theme parks. Like last summer, me and my sisters and cousin, we went to Disney. And it's so embarrassing to say this, but before we went, I would stress about finding like the rides images and the seat images and think, okay, that looks a little big, maybe I can fit. Maybe
same. Oh my god.
Yes. I would be like, okay, how long is that seatbelt? Let me measure myself. And you know, and it's freaking sad. It's like, that makes me want to cry, because that's so embarrassing. You know, and it's like,
and then if you like, if you saw and you're like, oh no, that's not gonna work. Like, I specifically, that's crazy that you say that, because I specifically remember that, like, getting on like Splash Mountain, I knew that I was gonna fit, because there's no seatbelts. Like the seatbelts, okay, I'm good, I'm gonna fit, you know. And then it started getting to different ones, like what's that freaking Thunder Mountain? You know how it's
on the bar, right?
And I would go with my brothers, and my brother's like 15 and 11, like they're little.
They're little,
I felt like I remember, dude, I don't remember. I have two brothers that are 11. My mom and my stepmom were pregnant at the same time and had them 2 days apart. Crazy, right? So I have two of them, and I can't remember which one it was with, but one of my little brothers watches my YouTube channels all the time. So he's gonna watch this. But anyways, yeah, I remember getting on it and putting it down, and they were like, they had a lot of room, and I was like, wait, how is that going to be safe for them, you know? And they were like, push it down more, and I'm like, I have a belly, like it's not going to go down more, you know? So yeah. It's just things like that, man. It's crazy. It's crazy.
Yeah. Like I think about it. So we went last July, and I was 420, you know, and we walked around. We got there like 8:00 in the morning and left like at 9:00 at night. And I was sore for like 5 days after, because you think that's a lot of weight to be walking around, lugging it around for like 10 plus hours, you know? So it's like, I couldn't wait to go this summer, well, before COVID, and just see like the accomplishment, because 100 pounds, that's a major difference, you know, major. And I remember I couldn't fit on, what was it called? The Incredicoaster. I don't know if you know what that is. Yeah, I couldn't fit, and I was like, no, you guys go. So my three sisters and my cousin went, and I just sat there, and it was one of the lowest points in my life, just watching them live, watching them, because it's crazy to think that you can't blame anybody but yourself. Like it takes a lot of like balls to admit that you're the one holding yourself back.
Yeah, and like we have to, and we need to remember all of that now, and we need to hold ourselves accountable, because like we were talking, it's very easy to start snacking again. It's very, you know, we have to remind ourselves, and that's why like I blow up my Instagram with like before and afters, because I need to remind myself of those. I have days where I don't want to get up and work out. I want to just lay in bed. You know, life happens. Life is tough, and especially right now with COVID, how everyone's dealing with it and stuff, it's hard, you know, it's hard. You can have days where you don't want to get up, but you have to get up the next day. And like, that's what, it is, you know? But it's just really reminding ourselves of all of those moments. Cause I have had plenty of those moments too, you know? You try to play it off. You do naturally.
Of course you do. Like I'm the funny one. I'm the oldest. So I'm the funny one. I'm the mature one. And it's like, as the oldest, you can show weakness. You can show yourself hurting, because, you know, hey, I have to look out for the younger ones. I have to look out for my family. And I think that's what kept me going, was that I had to pretend to be strong, when deep inside, when you're overweight, it's a major, major like complex. Like it messes you up mentally, you know, just because you see people, you can't go shop, you can't go buy clothes like normal people, you can't do normal people things. And it's a mind game. It really is.
I know, but that's why I love talking to different people, because everyone experiences different things. Some people might not think as deep as other people, you know what I mean? Like I've talked to people, and you know what, if that's the reason you got surgery, cool. But I've talked to people who are like, I want to look good, and that's it, you know what I mean? And it's like, okay, that's cool,
like good, you know? That's good for you, you know. But I feel like there's a difference between people who just like want to look good, but who do this for health reasons as well. Because when it's health reasons, those are the most focused ones, because they have nothing to lose.
You know? Like I had someone message me the other day, like, I'm so worried about loose skin. You know, it's kind of like the reason why I'm holding back. And I told them, look, I've lost all this weight. I have loose skin. I've always had a problem with my belly. I personally do want to get a tummy tuck and, you know, and all that stuff. I do, but I told myself I'm not going to until I have kids, because I'm not going to, you know.
It's going to stretch back out if you're going to strip a stitch. Like it's just wait until after.
Exactly. But I told her that cannot be the reason why you don't get it. It's your health. All of this, like I didn't have major health issues. I was pre-diabetic, and he told me, I remember a week before surgery, he said, if you weren't getting surgery, we'd be putting you on medicine. And I was like,
oh my God.
yeah. And he's like, so I was like, so am I diabetic? And he's like, basically, but like I said, you have surgery in a week. So we are going to dismiss that and you don't have to.
Mm-hmm.
And the first month, 2 months, all that was clear. It was gone, you know?
Yeah.
My blood pressure was fine. I never had a problem with my blood pressure. They would take my blood pressure and they would retake it because they would see my size. And I was always like a healthy fat girl. Like,
Yeah.
My blood work would come back good. Everything was good, you know? But the whole there's my family, no one's overweight. The only people that were overweight were me and my sister, and that's it. No one else. My aunts, my parents, my mom's 145. She's like 5'2". My dad's like 190.
Yeah.
He's like 6 foot.
Yeah.
We were the only.
That's crazy.
All my
That's
aunts,
crazy.
all my aunts are good. Yeah, but the thing is they watch what they eat. You know, they're not like tiny little bones. No, my family's very like curvy and stuff, and me and my sister are not like that. So we have to really focus on our health. You know?
Yeah.
But yeah,
it's so funny.
Number one.
It's so funny because for me, both sides of my family, they're majority overweight.
You see?
And, you know, we're the typical Hispanic family, you know, and majority of us are overweight, you know? And so growing up, I think that's what, I wouldn't say made it okay, but I accepted it because all my tias and tios and cousins, and I just thought it was normal, you know? And it's crazy.
Yeah, there's so many families like that. Like with me, I was always the chubby, beautiful one. Like my grandma's, I'm really close to my grandma and stuff, and she'd always be like, "Oh my God, like you're so pretty, mija," and like they would never tell me about my weight. Like my parents raised really confident kids. They never would be like, like you need to lose weight. You know, like I know people like that, and that messes with you. And if they were like that, I probably wouldn't be how I am, you know?
Yeah.
Regardless, at 304, I was super confident. They always treated me like that. But my grandparents and my grandma would always be like, "Oh, like you're so cute." Like things like that, like your face is so pretty, like, you know, those comments, you know,
and that's
like
how,
okay, I know that. You know,
like that's how my older aunts would be like, you have such a beautiful face. Okay,
I know
what about the rest of me? What about the rest of me? You know, and it's like, thank you for pointing out the only good thing about my body. You know, it's kind of like a backhanded compliment in a sense.
For sure.
When they say that, and it doesn't make you feel good. It makes you feel like that's all I have. Like that's all I'm good for is just a face. Yeah. You know, so it's like, I know. It would make you feel even worse, you know?
Because like even now that I'm at 160, I've had comments of like, you're too
skinny.
Skinny.
Yeah. So it's like you can never please people ever.
Like what? Okay, I'm too big and I'm too skinny. And like I talked about in the previous podcast, I said, if I was to go to the store right now and all these strangers don't know me, they're not going to look at me and be like, "Oh, she's anorexic looking." You know what I mean? They're not going to say that to me. They're not going to say that. They're going to look like I'm a normal, you know, I'm a normal weight. But someone that knows me, has known me at 304, sees me, and I always get that reaction. Like if someone hasn't seen me in a long time, they'll be like, and I'm like, what? And I forget. Sometimes I forget that I haven't seen them, and I lost all this weight. And they're like, you lost so much weight. Like you're so skinny. And I don't like the word skinny. I don't like that word. I'd rather
like healthy. I'm healthy.
Yeah.
I'm healthy. Like,
you know, so I don't know. I feel like you can never win, and people are always going to say things that I guess they don't think it hurts people's feelings, you know?
Yeah. But the thing is, like, those people, they project their own insecurities out on us. People who are against this and who talk smack, it's just their insecurities. And it's their own jealousy and resentment. And that's something that I don't get offended. You know, that's on them. They're living with it inside. I'm not. I'm flourishing. I'm living, you know, like.
Exactly. Yeah, and I even feel like just how you're saying that we're actually living now and we're actually going to do things, and there's going to be people that are like you're full of yourself now. You know what I mean? And you know what?
Yeah.
It is what it is.
Like, you know, we're conceited now, you know,
Oh, well.
we can wear revealing clothes now.
Oh, well.
Okay.
Yeah.
I truly
Exactly.
do not care.
Exactly. And that's my
And
mindset. Like, why I'm not gonna let people stop. I stopped myself for so
of
many
course.
years to do things that I wanted
Mm-hmm.
to do. I'm not gonna let someone else be like, okay, Paulina, calm down. Like, you're too full of yourself or whatever, you know? It's no.
Yeah.
Life's too short, man. Like, this
No, yeah.
year with everything going on, it's just
Oh,
made me realize, like, dude, my sister told me the other day, she's like, how mad are you gonna be if the world ends and you're skinny? And I was like, yeah, I'd be pretty pissed. I'd be really mad, actually. And we're
yeah.
laughing so hard because it's like, man.
So so when you got surgery, did you tell everybody, like your whole, like just your closest family and friends, or did you tell everybody?
I have a pretty big family, and I'm very close
Mm-hmm.
to basically everyone.
Yeah.
I'm very open. I've always been very open. So everyone knew that I was getting it. I made sure to talk to those closest to me about it. And then it kind of was like a ripple effect. Like everyone knew,
Yeah.
which was fine. I didn't say, don't tell anyone. I was like, whatever, you know, it is what it is. So
Yeah.
I was pretty open about it. I wasn't, yeah.
Secretive or anything.
What about you? How were you?
So I told obviously my immediate family first. And then once I got approved and I knew it was happening, I told my Nina, which is my godmother, and my uncle. And then I told my closest cousin and his family, like he's practically my brother. Like we do everything together. So I told him, and then I told another female cousin that I'm close to. And other than that, since they're the only ones that know except for 2 aunts now. So very, very small group.
Okay.
And maybe I'm still embarrassed.
Okay.
Like I haven't told. Well, now they're gonna know, you know. So, hello guys, I got surgery. I didn't just lose this because of exercise in quarantine, you know.
Yeah.
But I'm a very private person, so it takes a lot for me to trust some people in a sense. So I kept it very minimal.
Okay.
Very minimal. I only told one friend, and she's one of my closest friends, you know, I've known for I believe 8 years now.
Yeah.
And that's it. And it's
Out of the people that you told, did you get any negative reactions?
No, it's all positive. All positive. They were so supportive. Not one reaction. And who knows, you know, once more people find out, there may be negative reactions, but
like you said, it's their own insecurities.
It's their own insecurities. And, you know, since telling people and starting this journey, there's so many of like my cousins and his wife, you know, she's trying to lose weight now. You know, my cousin's going walking.
Around you
we're sure. Motivating, yeah. You know, and it's, if I can just help one person doing this,
exactly,
it makes it worthwhile for me, you know?
Yep, exactly. That's literally my mindset, because it's really hard and people feel very alone. And I've talked to so many people that haven't even told one soul.
I can't imagine that. I can't imagine just doing this by myself. I can't. Like, I think, so when I had the psych meeting or the psych consult, they asked me, do you have a support system? Do you have more than 5 people? And I said, yeah, you know, and I started naming them off. She's like, okay. And I guess from talking to other people, that's one of the main criteria is for them to pass you, that you have a support system. Because, and you know this, the first month out of surgery is your emotions are all over the place. I cried so many times just because I didn't know what I was feeling, and I was hungry and I was emotional.
You just don't know what you feel. You feel something and you're frustrated, but you don't know what it is. You can't explain it. You're just like, I'm crying. Okay. That's what's happening.
Like I remember, so I had, my surgery was at 7:30 in the morning. So at night it was like 6, 7. I remember just crying to my mom, like, what did I just do? Like, what did I do to myself? I was mentally not there because of anesthesia, but at the same time, like, I had so many different emotions. I was scared. I was nervous. You know, it's crazy what surgery does to you.
Every single yeah, you're so excited. yeah, but you're scared. And I remember before I couldn't sleep and I was like, whoa, like, am I really doing this?
Yeah. Like, I remember me and my mom driving to the hospital. It was like 5:30 in the morning, and I started having a panic attack. Like, once we got there, because I was like, am I doing the right thing? Is this right for me? What if I don't wake up? What if it doesn't work? What if, you're just scared,
Yes.
you know? And it's like, I can't imagine.
Everything that can go wrong. Everything.
Yeah. Like, I can't imagine these people now having surgery with COVID or with the times of COVID and being there by themselves. That having my mom there just really kept me sane, you know? And it's like, I can't imagine them doing this by themselves.
Yeah, that just shows you like Melanie, she has to be there by herself. Getting it next week. And you know what? She already got her date pushed back. And she knows that she wants and she needs this, so she's just to do it. And it's you have to be brave. Like, that's I'm a baby, and I went. My husband was there, and like, it was so funny because the hospital, they couldn't tell me if he was allowed to stay the night until after my surgery, because if I was sharing rooms with someone, they weren't.
He's a male. Yeah, that's what they told me too.
And they were like, it's only if you're gonna get your own room. And I'm like, well, I'm getting my own room. And they were like, well. And then after I was so sick that day, I was throwing up all day, and they gave me my own room. And I'm so thankful, thank God that it happened, because I don't know how I would be if he couldn't stay the night. I mean, I'm sure he'd be there right when they open and right when they kick him out, but still at night.
It's different. It's because you need that support system, because you're so out of it with the anesthesia, but at the same time, like, you're beyond emotional, you know? And it's like, I can't imagine doing all this by myself.
Yeah.
And I applaud her, and I applaud the others who are doing it and being brave, because I couldn't do it. I'd probably push it back myself, you know? Because that's a lot.
It's crazy. I know.
It's funny too, because the day of surgery I came out, I was so nauseous.
Me too.
I was gagging, like trying to throw up, even though there was nothing in my stomach to throw up.
Yeah.
Like, I was throwing up so bad. Like, the next week, my whole chest, neck, head was so sore.
How was the gas pains for you? Was it bad, the gas pain?
No.
Okay.
The thing that hurt the most was the nausea and just the soreness from trying to upchuck, even though there was nothing in my stomach. I think I was gassy like the first night, but see, in my group, they told us to pack baby gas strips or baby gas drops.
Okay.
So I took it once and it helped, and then I never got gas again. So
that's the trick, because I had a horrible gas pain, and I remember them telling me, like, you have to walk, and I was like, I'm so irritated. Like, okay. My husband was like, get up and walk, like, you have to walk. And then walking was the only thing that made me feel better. So
I didn't want to walk. At first I was so tired. I couldn't keep my eyes open. I was tired. I was just not in the mood to walk. And plus I kept like gagging. So it's like, I don't want to walk, you know?
Yeah, the first day I didn't walk. I didn't get up. I didn't drink. I didn't do anything the first day. Yeah, and I had my surgery pretty early. I think I had it like around 8. No, maybe 7. And I didn't wake up until like 12 or something. And then like that.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, it takes me long to wake up from surgeries. I don't know why. It's scary, yeah. Because my surgery was only like 45 minutes. It was really fast.
Yeah, same.
But maybe I was awake, but maybe just like nodding out and like waking back up. I don't know. But I just know I was out of it that entire day, and I was so nauseous, throwing up the whole day, and I was just not in the mood to drink. So they didn't force anything. And then when I woke up the next day, they were like, okay, we gave you all yesterday. Now it's time to walk. Get up.
Not to walk.
Yes.
I was so thirsty after surgery, and they're like, you can't like.
And then you can't.
They can't give you. And then I can't talk. And then I remember being half awake, trying to wake myself up, and I was in the recovery room. Yeah. And I was like, I'm so thirsty. I'm like, can I have some water? And so she gave me like a little Q-tip with water. I'm like, no, like, give me water. You know?
Like, bring me water.
I was so thirsty. And then I remember like, because that day's kind of a blur, I think, because of the anesthesia. But I didn't want to walk that day or the next day. Like it hurt. I was in pain. I didn't have gas pain. I was in pain, you know, but I didn't take the, what do they give us? Do they give you hard drugs?
Yeah. I don't remember.
I didn't take that. I just took some Tylenol because
really,
I was like, yeah, because I was like, I don't want to take that.
You know what? I didn't. I was on the nausea medicine all the whole time. Like they kept.
Oh, okay.
That's what I was on, and then they would limit me, and they would be like, "Wait, did they? I don't know. I have to ask my husband. I think I was, but the nausea medicine for sure. They were on it because I was so sick.
No, that first night I couldn't lay down like in the bed. I had to sit up, and then I was holding on to like the railing of the bed, and I was just like drifting in and out. And my mom's like, "You're gonna fall forward, you know, like lay back." And I was like, "No, because it hurts." Yeah. And I would lay back, and then I would start gagging. So that first night I fell asleep in a chair with the IV like on my arm, and I couldn't lay down.
Yeah. But for those of you that are watching and listening, it was the best decision, okay?
Yeah, it was the best decision of my life.
It's just the beginning. And then it just starts getting like, when do you think you felt
myself
like good? Yeah, like when do you think you felt like, like yourself, like around what time frame after surgery? Because someone asked me that, and I literally said about 2 months. Like, to be real, and maybe not even that, but yeah,
like completely normal and completely myself around like 3 months. I just started
eating like you start eating more and you get into the rhythm. But again, for those that are watching, in those early months is when you're going to lose the most weight. So it's gonna pass.
And not only that, to the new people who are about to get this surgery, each day gets better.
Yes,
each day by day. And my dad told me this. He was like, the second day I came home from the hospital, I was crying because I was just in pain. And he was like, "It's okay. Each day gets better. Each day you'll get stronger." And it's true. And that's been my mantra ever since. You know, if I'm having a bad day, it's okay. Tomorrow will be better. And it has. And each day gets better. If that's like the one thing I can say to any new pre-op person, take it day by day. It will get better.
That's literally what I tell everyone is day by day. Because I feel like the reasons I failed so much prior to this was because I thought about how much weight I had to lose in what amount of time, because my craziness, I would set a time limit for me, you know, by 6 months, I need to lose 20 pounds every month. Not realistic. You know what I mean?
That's what I was pre-op. I was like, I want to hit the 100 mark before 6 months. Yeah. And it's like 100 after surgery. And now I'm like, that's the stupidest thing I've ever said or thought. I could lose 20 pounds in a month.
Yeah, like everyone is different, you know, and every doctor is different, and every requirements are different. So it's like you really have to focus on your journey, you know?
Yes. And there's some things that you can tolerate that somebody else can't. There's going to be some people who just lose the weight quicker, and that's okay. Your journey is your journey. And to me personally, I'd rather lose weight slower, because not only is it better for your skin, it's better for your gallbladder as well. Because I heard that you lose weight so fast, you have issues with your gallbladder, and that's what my doctor said. I don't
have mine.
Oh, you're lucky.
I got mine out. Because that's another thing that I see all the time. People are in surgery or after surgery and stuff, and months go by, and then you see them back in the hospital, and they're like, "I had to get my gallbladder removed." Yeah, and I've seen a lot of people do that. I had to get my gallbladder removed years ago, maybe about 4 years ago. I had really bad, like I had huge gallstones, and they would call them like episodes where it was horrible, and it
would flare up. Yeah,
it was a fatty food, obviously pizza and all that stuff, you know. So and I think also the biggest thing too is taking it slow, because I mean, it's mental. Like you said, you can lose a lot of weight and still wake up and feel like you were the day of surgery. So it's just really, really important. Yeah.
Like I wake up and I still feel, I don't want to say the word fat. I still feel big in my old size. Yeah. Like there's clothes that obviously don't fit me anymore and they slip off, but I wear them because I forget. Oh no, I can't wear that shirt. That shirt's way too big. I can't wear these pants anymore. They slip right off. And that's why it's so important to go be steady about your weight loss and don't go crazy, because you're just going to feed it. And it's a negative feeling when you feel like you have to lose weight or at a quick rate because others have.
Yes.
And it's like, no, like, go at your own pace.
Comparison that drives people insane.
Yeah.
Insane. I have thousands of messages that say, oh my gosh, you lost by this time. And I said, yes, yes, I did. What am I doing wrong? And I'm like, you're not doing anything wrong. You yourself will know if you're doing something wrong. If you're cheating, if you're working out, you have to. I know so many people that don't. That means walking. You can go walk. You don't have to. I started my personal trainer 2 months, and I went hard. I went in, and I still am. I work out 5 days a week with a personal trainer, but that's my decision. That doesn't mean that you're still going to lose weight if you don't.
It's just at a slower rate. You'll only lose a pound or 2 a week. And you will lose, because the amount of calories you're consuming, you're gonna lose.
Yeah.
You're gonna lose regardless if you work out. Working out is just a little bonus to lose extra, and I feel like and I read this quote, comparison is, what is it called? Is like a thief of joy or something. Like comparison is the thief of joy. Because
you don't celebrate your own, things,
achievements, your own accomplishments. And it's like me and this lady, we had surgery the same day, same hospital, same doctor, and she's lost more than me. And that's okay. I'm not mad. I don't get down on myself. I don't go and binge, because why? I'm on my own journey. I don't need to compare myself to others. That's great. She lost an extra 10 pounds. That's wonderful, but she's bigger than me. So of course she's going to lose more, and it's
about that. Yeah. It's really about our own journey and our own.
Yeah.
So what goals do you have? Like, think about what goals you want to accomplish before hitting that 12-month mark. And it doesn't even have to be pounds. Like, what goals do you have set for yourself that you really want to achieve by that time?
I want to maintain working out. I work out once or twice a week. Okay. I'm not consistent.
Okay.
And to me, that's something I need to work on, just because, yes, I work, yes, I do whatever, but that's not an excuse.
Exactly.
So to me, I already know what I need to do. I need to be consistent with workouts. I need to be consistent and not snack. Snack.
Yep.
And I think my goal for 12 years or for a year, 12 months is just to be consistent in everything I do.
That's key. That is key.
Just to be consistent, and I'm doing fantastic the rate I'm going at, but of course you want to lose a little more before the year, because I've heard the year, it's where it kind of goes downhill from there, and in the surgery, the tool stops working. It works, but it's harder.
At a slower rate. And I can tell you that getting very close to 12 months, it's absolutely, it's true. Because I feel like I can eat a lot more. I feel like now, okay, Paulina, you used your tool for 12 months. It helped you. And now it's, what did you learn? Honestly, that's what I feel like my body is telling me now. Like, okay, you did all this stuff. Cool. Now what are you going to do with it? Are you going to gain the weight back, or are you going to maintain it? That's what I feel like. I'm literally feel like I was going up, and now I'm at the top of a mountain. So now I'm kind of like, what am I going to do? You know what I mean?
You can go at this point, you can go either which way.
Exactly.
And that's what's scary, is that
choice.
You're holding yourself accountable. It's not anybody else. It's you. Yeah. So either you're going to make it or you're going to fail.
Exactly. And it can't be, it can't be anything. It's you.
It's us.
Yeah.
And before 12 months, I want to just be consistent enough. That way, once I hit 12 months, it's a normal habit for me. It's normal to work out 4 or 5 days a week. It's normal to eat on. Yes. And that's what my goal is.
Yeah.
And my doctor said that, because I was like, well, what should my end weight be? I'm the type of person that I need to see the number I need to know what I'm going to work for. Am I, and he was said a healthy weight. I love my doctor. He's not like, you need to weigh 125 for your height.
My
He's like, yeah, he's like, what do you think? And he asked me, he's like, what do you think? And I was like, I would be okay with 175. And he's like, then let's do 175.
Yeah.
He was like, I'm not going to push you.
That's good though. That's good.
Yeah.
You see doctors that are like, you need to be 120, whatever. Like when I went in and I was actually like 185. I'm 5'4". I was 185. Yeah. And he's like, do you want to lose more weight? And I was like, what do you mean? Yeah. And he was like, oh, okay, I'm just asking. Cause I mean, he's like, you're already like, you were 304, you know, you're 185. And I was like, but I got so thrown off by that question. Because he looked at me as like, okay, are you done? Yeah. You know what I mean? So yeah.
And I love that when a doctor listens and doesn't just, I'm not just a patient X. I'm Dominique, and my goal is to be 175. Exactly. And not 120, not 125. You know, I think that's what makes it a great balance, is that when they listen to you and they just advise, you know, because you could have said, you know what, let's do 150. Let's, you know, lower it. But he's like, okay, whatever you feel comfortable with, that's in a healthy range. Let's do it. Yeah. Yeah. That is the goal. And so my goal is 175. If I feel like I need to lose more, okay. But I'm not going to stress, I got to be 120. I got to be 130. I'm okay.
Because I'm telling you, today I was talking to, do you follow her name? She goes by, her Instagram name is 365 Days of ESG. Do you follow her?
No, I don't.
She's amazing. Her name's Lily. She's about a year and a half out. Okay. She has gotten her breasts done, and she just got her tummy tuck like 2 weeks ago. So I've seen her blossom. Like I started following her when she was about 6 months post-op. So she was not at her goal weight, and I've seen her really blossom. And it's amazing to see that. I was just talking to her today during my lunch break, and I was telling her how I'm 160 and I'm so happy and I feel so healthy. But then at the same time, I look at myself, and now that I'm at like my goal weight was like 150, but then that my loose skin is gonna weigh about that, you know, whatever. I keep going back. But what I told her is, now that I see myself, all I see is my loose skin. So now I'm like not happy. No, I don't want to say that. I don't want to say I'm not happy. I just want to say now it's another concern. Yeah. Now it's something else to focus on. And I told her I would never in a million years be like at 160 think that I was stressing about something else. You know what I mean? And she was like, it's all a journey. It's all a thing. And she's like, you and me are different. I'm married. Yeah. You know, she's not. So she's like, I decided to get, because sometimes I go back and forth with my husband, and I tell him, I can wake up today and be like, babe, I want to get my stomach done. And he's like, okay. Then the next day I'm like, no, I want to have kids first. He's like, okay. So it's like every day is different, you know? Different. Yeah. And when I was talking to Lily, she was telling me like, we're in completely different journeys, you know, different paths. And it's like, eventually you're going to do it. Eventually you're going to be happy and content. She's like, but you have to like enjoy the process and all that. So it's just, it's like you start comparing yourself to what's going on. Like there's other people that I follow that have got the surgery around my time, and now they're going through getting skin removal and stuff. And I'm just like, wait, should I be doing that? You know,
I thought you have to maintain at least 6 months to a year.
This is the thing. I honestly, I could have gotten it. So it's if you get it covered by your insurance. If you go anywhere, if you go to a plastic surgeon, they don't even, I mean, you're going to say it, but they don't even need to know that you got weight loss surgery. They just need to know, I lost weight and I want it done, you know? But when you go through insurances and stuff, they tell you, like, I remember they said you need to get to 175 and maintain that for 6 months to be covered by insurance. That's what they told me. I don't have that insurance anymore, so I don't even know what my new insurance is, but I didn't care to call because I don't want to go through my insurance, because it's more like of a skin removal. And when I get it done, I want it to be like a skin removal and a tummy tuck are two different things. Skin removal, they're going to focus on just removing the skin. A tummy tuck, they're going to focus on removing the skin and shaping
and tightening.
and a right. I don't want to say it's the right way, but it's going to be better.
Of course. Yeah.
So yeah, it's just really hard to stop comparing yourself, but it's a natural thing, and I think everyone does it. We're human.
Of course, it's human, and I guess what's driving me is I can't wait to get plastic surgery. I know, like, let me show you my arms. So me personally built, I'm all around big. I don't just have a big stomach. Like, I have arms, and they're sagging more because of weight loss. I have big thighs. So I'm for sure going to need a full 360. Yeah. I'm going to need arms. I'm going to need a breast lift. I'm going to need a tummy tuck.
Okay,
and that's okay. I'm perfectly okay with that. But I think that's what's driving me is that I can't wait. I can't wait to see myself for the first time in my new body, and it's going to be amazing. And I see people already getting, weight loss surgery, or not surgery, plastic surgery. I'm like, imagine me in a year and a half. Like, it's going to be crazy, And then I asked my doctor.
When you watch this video in 6 months, you're going to trip out.
Oh, yeah.
Like, I watched my first videos and I was like, oh my gosh. You know what I mean? Like, it's just, it happens so fast and the time goes by and you're just like, dude, what?
Yeah. Okay, so tell me why. I don't know, maybe just for me, but the first appointment with your primary to actually getting surgery went by so fast.
Yeah. It's just
in a blink of an eye.
Yeah, and my waiting period was pretty long. Like, I went to my doctor, I don't even remember. It probably was around this time 2 years ago, honestly. And I didn't start my classes till October. I started on Halloween, I remember.
Oh, okay.
On the 31st. And then my classes were 6 months long. My classes ended, and then November, December, January, February, March, April they finished, and I didn't get surgery till August. So it took, since the day of the start of my classes to my surgery date was 10 months. And when people,
that's a long time.
Yeah, and when people ask me, they're like, well, I don't want to wait. And I was like, regardless, they're going to make
You're going to wait.
Regardless,
you're going to wait.
The time is going to pass, and you want that date to come, and then you didn't even do the classes. Or whatever.
So what classes are you talking about?
I had to do 6 months of classes with Kaiser before my surgery. It was
like classes of nutrition, classes of
everything with surgery. Everything.
Oh,
I had to go every week, and it was a different topic every week.
So my process took, when I first went to see my primary doctor, and I told her, this was late July of last year, 2019. I had surgery March of 2020. I didn't have to do nutrition classes. I took one nutrition class for 4 hours. That was it.
That's crazy.
That was it. I met with the doctor in like a doctor seminar one time, and that was like 15 minutes. I had to do support group 2 times, but I just kept going.
Everyone's is different.
And mine took a total of August, September, October, November, December, January, February, March. 8 months, but just because it was the holidays and the insurance places were closed, Thanksgiving week, Christmas week, New Year's. So I think if it wasn't for the holidays, it would have taken me like 5 months.
Yeah. See, I had to do.
That's crazy. I wish they would have told us to do longer courses. I wish they did.
I was like so about it because it was an hour away. It was in San Diego. And I had to go every week, and they were strict, man. You couldn't miss more than 3. If you missed 4, you were dropped. You restarted.
Wow.
Yeah, and people dropped. So it was a really big commitment for me. I was very stressed out. I probably ate more than I did my entire life during those classes. Yeah, which was crazy.
Yeah.
Go in there and talk about like health and everything. But I really learned a lot, and I feel like that's another part why I'm so like just focused on so many things, because they taught us so much. And I really they gave us a binder. It's somewhere over here. It's a binder.
I have mine too. Yeah, it's a binder.
Yeah, and that's the biggest thing. I feel like just everyone needs to remember, like, it's your journey. You can't compare to people. Your process, your waiting process can be 10 months. It could be 1 month. But whatever it is, that's part of your journey. You know what I mean? So
of course,
that's what's super, super important. And
of course, Don't compare. Don't, just do you. Of course, follow the rules, follow your doctor, follow your nutritionist, but at the same time, like, this is about you and you only. Don't compare to other social media people. Don't compare to anything else. You just do what you feel is right.
Yeah, like let them motivate you, because I get motivated by a lot of people, but don't compare yourself. Let that be. And I said it the other day on like my story. I was like, if someone is working out every day, right, it's very easy to be like, how annoying, you know? But then that's what makes me get up.
Yeah.
Like, wait, I can't skip out on my workout, you know? So I think it's just that. I think it's using social media. Social media can be very, very helpful or very, very toxic. So it's important to really realize if it's helping you or if it's not. And it's important to take a break if you feel like you need to, you know? I've seen people that kind of take a break because it's too much. So I think that's just what's super important. And I'm excited for you, and I'm excited to see like how you are going to be in 6 months. I mean, even a month, you know?
No, I'm excited just because I feel like I'm still so early in my journey.
Yeah, you are.
Anything can happen in the next 8 months. Anything can happen. You know, I can drop another 100. I can, you know, I can, and it's crazy to think, you know, and for me though, the scariest thing about this is dating after this, you know, because I don't have a boyfriend right now. I don't tell a lot of people. So I feel like it's going to be really weird to go out and date and to let them in and let them know. They're like, why aren't you eating? And be like, I can't, you know, like it's.
And again, it's deciding if you're going to be open with that or not. No, there's no right and there's no wrong.
Yes.
And I think that whatever decision anyone makes, that's the right decision. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
it's just gonna be tough, I guess, trying to weed people out.
Yeah.
And to be open with someone, because you think like you're married, you know, so you don't have to worry about this.
I think about that all the time. Like, you know, me with my loose skin, like, I don't know how it would be. I don't think I would feel comfortable. I really don't. I think I would be self-conscious. So yeah, and I'm excited to like talk to a lot more people to really talk about that, because I feel everyone's different. You know, I've been married for 10 years. I got married at 18. We grew up together. So it's very different to someone that is just dating, or, you know, going to start dating, or whatever the whole, you know, situation might be. So yeah.
That's what I'm nervous, not scared, more nervous, because okay, like, yes, I have to open up to him. I have to do this, but not only that, but when it comes to intimacy, if I don't like my body right now, what makes me think he's going to, or what makes me think he's going to stick around, you know? So it's a struggle for people who do this, who are single, because you just don't know. You don't, and it's
I feel like the only thing I can say with that, just because I was, you know, when I was big and stuff, it's people really feel the way that you, how do I word it? People are going to vibe off of how you treat yourself.
The energy you put out is what people are going to vibe to.
If you're self-conscious, and I always go back to like, I could get in front of a room and present at 300 pounds. And that's because I was still the one smiling. I was still the one, you know, in the morning. I was always like that. And it's, people never really, because when I tell people that I weighed that, they're like, no, you didn't. I knew you at that weight, but no, you weren't 300 pounds. I was like, yes, I was. And I really think that it has to do with how I carried myself, because I never carried myself as someone that was like hiding. I was always like that. And I feel like that goes into detail with like, with everything and with everything. You have to carry yourself and you have to love yourself, and that's number one. And if you don't love yourself, everyone's gonna notice that around you. And you're gonna, that's how you're gonna go into a relationship, and that's how you're gonna set that relationship. You know what I mean?
Like I was listening to the first podcast you did. I don't remember her name. What was her name? The first one.
So okay,
she's a teacher.
I started a couple back, but I officially started now. Shannon,
yes, she was a teacher. So I was listening to that one,
and she's dating,
and her with the whole dating, and then I was just, that thought never crossed my mind. Dating hasn't crossed my mind. I'm more focused on myself.
Yeah.
But when she brought that up, I was like, oh shit, like,
Mm-hmm.
I gotta put dating into the mix.
Yep.
And now I'm like,
now. Yeah.
I'm not stressed about it, but I'm just like, oh no, like, that this is a new, I didn't sign up for this, you know.
I follow a lot of people that it's really hard for them. It's really hard for them. I see people that are open about it straight up in the beginning, and the other people that are not, and then bring it up 6 months later, and then like show that person a picture, and they're kind of like, ugh. You know, that sucks. How do you deal with that? You know?
I think, for me, I'm gonna have to be just open and honest and like, listen, this is what I was. This is what I am now. You either like it or you don't, because I'm 26.
That's how I would be, honestly.
I feel like
married.
And I feel like, and this may sound stupid, but time is passing me by, and I'm not married. I don't have a significant other.
It doesn't sound stupid because, like, with me, I've been married for 10 years and we don't have kids, and I feel like that.
Yeah.
So it's very easy to compare yourself, but again, this isn't even with weight loss.
Yes,
with life in general.
This is with life in general, you know. And it's like I feel like I have.
God tell you that you're a late bloomer. You're gonna block in your 30s. You know, it doesn't matter. It's 2020. And unfortunately, it has been crap, but it's 2020 and you don't have to be married at 18. I got married at 18. Doesn't mean you have to. Doesn't mean married at 35, have their first kid at 38. Like, it's, who cares? Yeah. You know?
I feel like now though, once I do, you know, start dating and stuff, I'm just going to let them know up front, be like, listen, this is what it is. I don't eat like you will eat. And if you're serious, this is what we're going to have to do. You're going to come along and you're going to learn, and you're going to
say, I think the most important part about dating is I think it have to be open and they have to be on board, because what if you meet someone that eats like crap and then leads you back?
I can't be with someone who is not health conscious, because not only will it derail our relationship, it'll derail me. And I can't afford to go back. I can't afford to gain all this weight back that has taken me so much to lose, you know? And it's like, now I have to think long term and be like, okay, do our values match up or not? Because if they don't, I'm not gonna waste any more time.
That's okay. It's really setting those high standards. It really is. Like, it's so weird because I have a lot of friends my age that are not married and stuff, you know, and it's always kind of like, well, you've been married since you were 18. I was like, no, I get it. And I was like, but like, I struggled. It's hard. Being married since you're 18 and growing up together. Do you know how many different times we were like, ooh, maybe our parents were right. Like, you know, like,
you don't want to admit it, but
but we grew up together and we work hard, and we both have high standards. And if one of us is kind of like, how do I explain it? Like, we tell each other what's up, you know, both of us. Like,
you guys have been together for so long, you know?
Exactly. And I feel like there's a lot of people that have very low standards. Like, if I wasn't married, my standards would not be. And if that means that you're single for longer, oh well. You'd rather be single for longer than divorced.
Yeah, that's true.
You know?
That's true.
Yeah, I think it's just, I feel like the biggest thing is just like loving yourself, and really, I feel like everything, like we said, everything's going to fall into place. And that is
exactly
dating and life, you know?
Yeah.
But okay, we could talk forever. All of my podcasts, I'm like, dude, we can talk forever, you know?
How long has it been?
It's been like almost 2 hours.
No.
Yeah. But that's how I always feel. And it's awesome. And like I said, we can talk forever. And I really, like, I told the other girls, like, I want to do like an update, like 6 months or whatever, because it'd be awesome to see the update. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Yeah.
That would be, I'm so down for a 6-month update. Just think you'll be, how far along will you be? A year and a half?
Yeah.
And I'll be
hopefully
10 months. Yes, I hope so.
We'll
I hope so. You are.
It's all in God's plan. It is what it is, you know? But I'm just trying to think,
day by day, stay on my eating habits and stuff.
Yes. And just remember, each day gets better.
I know. Yeah.
Each day gets better.
I know. Well, thank you. Thank you for chatting with me, and thank you.
Of course. Thank you for inviting me.
To being on it.
Yes, of course.
I'll talk to you soon, okay?
Okay, bye.
Okay, bye.
You guys, thank you so much for watching. I know it was super, super long, but I am getting such good feedback from everyone about these podcasts, and I'm so thankful for you guys, and I'm so thankful that you guys listen to all of it. I mean, so much. If you haven't yet, please subscribe to my channel. Please comment below what you guys want to talk about. Maybe if there's a certain Instagram person that you follow that you guys want me to have on this, let me know and I can message them and see if they're up for it. Share it with someone that you think would benefit from it, you guys. And again, you guys, thank you so much, and you guys have a great rest of your week. Bye.